Hey, how's it going? Welcome to News Act Tuesday, 24th of August 2021. We'll look front the papers. First up, New York Times, picture of an Afghani refugee family who made their way to Turkey but were pushed back into Iran. I think the only bit of actual news in this story today is that the Taliban have given the Yanks till the end of the month to pull out. Over on the right, Pfizer vaccine got FDA approval, so you might have to get one if you work in a school or a hospital or a Burger King. Down here, Tennessee, flash floods, 21 people dead, 10 people missing. Over on the right, Andrew Cuomo finally gone out of the governor's mansion. Good luck. USA Today, some states have banned mask mandates, so you can't actually say you have to wear a mask in here even if you wanted to. Over on the right, Biden talking about Taliban. Down here, story from Kenosha where there was Black Lives Matter protests after the police shot a young man called Jacob Blake last summer. Local organisers saying that people have a collective amnesia and they want to just forget about it and not tackle the root causes. The Oregonian, from Oregon obviously. Story here about the Proud Boys were having some kind of a paintball competition yesterday against Antifa. Police have been criticised for having a hands-off approach. Doesn't seem like a big deal to me. It's just some grown men LARPing as soldiers but with paintball guns. Over on the left, Pfizer vaccine. Down here, school mandates. Wall Street Journal, picture of a woman and a baby coming from Afghanistan. Over on the right, Pfizer COVID vaccine. Crumbling economy, pressures of Taliban. All the banks and stuff are closed in Afghanistan, so it's causing the price of goods to skyrocket, which is going to be a big problem. Crypto surge, line go up. Down here, something about Instagram stars. They call them farmfluencers, people living on farms and kind of constructing an image of a rural idyll. Basically, the article saying that they don't put up stuff like cow shit and stuff you have to clean up on it. National Post from Canada, Twitter calls out Freeland. So this woman tweeted a video and it was labelled as manipulated media by Twitter. There's a great opinion piece down here about it that says, being scolded by Twitter for distorting the truth is a bit like being accused of subverting an election by Donald Trump. Toronto Sun, same story. Global Times from China, there's that paintball competition again. There seems to be fireworks involved. Really love that man's shorts, good to see it. China to offer genuine aid to Afghanistan's reconstruction, good, they're going to need it. Over on the right, virus origin story, as always. Jerusalem Post, Israeli weapons were used extensively across Afghanistan. Not surprising given that Israel is the 6th largest arms exporter in the world. It's an industry worth over $3 billion a year. Fake news here as always about Iran, enrichment, that type of thing. US Army fires first Iron Dome interceptor in test. Okay, so the Yanks have the same system now as the Israelis. Don't know why they need it, presumably to intercept all the paintballs from the Proud Boys. Citizen from South Africa, will the unvaxxed be punished? That's talking about health insurance. You might not be able to get it, or your premium might go up if you're not vaccinated. The Hindu, Modi non-committal on Bihar team's demand for caste census is a pretty interesting story. So there's a census every 10 years in India, but they don't count certain castes. They definitely count the ones at the top and the ones at the bottom, but there's a load of intermediate classes, what they call OBCs, other backward classes, and they reckon this could make up 52% of the population, but they just don't know because they never counted them. And I guess the big worry politically is that they will count them, and then these people will realise that they have a lot of autonomy and power over the politicians who control them. So interesting one, see what happens. The Australian, jabs, lockdowns. Tehran Times, Afghanistan, bottom right, Egypt to close vital border crossing with Gaza. That's a big deal. It's the only border crossing into Gaza not controlled by Israel, so that's going to cause a lot of hurt there. The Herald from Scotland, shame on you, Blair. No idea what the story is about, but yes, shame on you, Blair. Down the bottom here, Andrew McKee, we need more politicians like Gorbachev. A lot of people in Russia would beg to differ on that one. Belfast Telegraph, screen the Queen. No idea what the story is about, but the Queen does need to answer for her son's crimes and connections to the paedophile billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein, or IP. Some story there about a doctor who's under investigation for doing an anti-vaccine rant. Irish Examiner, plan to reopen, still on track. Army Rangers to evacuate the Irish from Kabul. You might remember from yesterday, some ex-Irish Ranger came out and said, we need to send the troops in, get them on the ground, get the Irish out, so now they're actually doing it. Story down here about one of the banks doing fraud at the airport, basically not declaring all their income to the airport authorities and paying way less rent than they should have. Irish Times, nice picture of the full moon. Over on the right, story about the event sector opening up. So at the weekend, there was like the All-Ireland final. They had 40,000 people in a stadium for it. And the event sector basically saying, why can't we have fully vaccinated gigs? And they turned around the government and said, well, the football or the hurling is much different to having just entertainment events. So the government mask off have kind of just said, the football is important. Your stuff, your silly stuff with DJs and concerts and stuff is not important. Troops on the ground in Kabul. Irish Independent, there's a woman flashing a peace symbol. Dolphin pod surrounded swimmer who was lost at sea for 12 hours. It's a pretty good story. That man nearly died, but the dolphins were watching him. Loads of them. Gotta love it. Events industry hits out its special treatment for the GA. Same story we talked about a minute ago. Irish Sun, thirst posting, human interest, Rangers on the ground in Afghanistan. Evening Herald, sport, army on the ground in Afghanistan. Irish Daily Mail, some kind of health crap. Political thing. As Irish special troops go to Kabul, twin girls made to freedom and the brother and sister left behind. Okay, so exploiting these young children's images to sell papers. Good stuff. Financial Times, story about Extinction Rebellion yesterday in London closing down things with protests. Biden, Taliban, something about the Eurozone economy doing well. Discord seeks harmony around a $15 billion valuation. That's a lot of cheese. They're going to maybe do a listing soon, a public listing. So Guardian, Taliban, COVID, Times, Taliban, COVID, Daily Tory Graph, Extinction Rebellion. There's a lad being tackled by the police. They were gluing themselves to vans apparently. Kabul, Independent, Kabul, Daily Express, 7 days to get out of Kabul, Daily Mirror, comedian, human interest story, celebs, Daily Mail, there's those kids again being exploited to sell papers, something about Kabul again, iNewspaper, US and Britain on collision course with the Taliban, okay, there's a man stealing a baby again from Afghanistan, Daily Star, celebs, the Metro, 7 days to go, Joe, he doesn't look too happy. In 7 days, we'll still be here every day digesting this stuff. Alright, thankfully that's it for today. If you want to stay off corporate state, social media, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.